So, boys and young Sheldon, Billy's dad, man, Billy's dad just leaves, man, and and we find out from Brenda, the wife, and when Mary finds out about it, she tries to like cheer her up with like this girls' night out, and Brenda was just laughing at her, and she was like, "Oh, you can't have fun." Cause like Mary's like this devout Christian, but Mary's like, I can't be fun, and so Mary's gonna go on this girls' night out with Brenda, and she finds out that her husband George is gonna play some poker and do some gambling at the house while she's away, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And George is like, "I thought you knew how to have fun," and and she's like, "I do know how to have fun." And George is like, "Well, okay, then let me have some fun playing poker with my friends." And so, man, George got her on that one, bro. So she just left. And so Mary, Brenda, and Mima go to a bar and get some drinks. And Mary's like, Mary says a prayer. She's like, "Thank you, Jesus, for the beer and the hands that prepared them." And Brenda and Mima didn't like that. And so Brenda just keeps it simple. She's just like, to friends. And the moral of this is to like, it's to like stop overthinking your decisions, you know? Mary Mary's here thinking, oh, drinking is bad. But think about what drinking represents. It represents the unity you have with people, and it represents like, oh, it represents overcoming like all this worry and all the stress you have in your life. Having beer with your friends represents unity, and it represents overcoming stress, and you should always have that beer when you're with your friends. But so um Missy Missy has this date with a boy from her school, and they're going to a movie, and Missy's, I don't know, man. Missy seems kind of sneaky about it, you know. She goes to her brother Georgie, and she's like, "Hey, could I get a ride to the movies?" And he's like, "Why are you going to the movies by yourself?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm going with a friend." And he's like, "A friend, huh? What's her name?" And she's like, "Oh, it's actually a boy." And Georgie's like, uh-huh. So this is a date. And Georgie finally gets it out of her. He finds out that she's going on a date with a boy to the movies, And the moral of this video is, don't be so sneaky about these things, boys. But, telling Mary about this date, Mary is kind of a worrywart. And, telling Mary that can't end well for poor Missy, who just wants to go to a movie with her friend. But, there's this, there's this, like, this fact in, like, psychology where, like, when nobody's checking up on you, you're going to be more likely to do these things that you'll regret. And so, like, if she's like keeping her mom out of her like romantic relationships, bro, then she's gonna be more likely to do things with this boy that she regrets, boys. And so like you shouldn't let your relationships isolate you. You know, you should let them unite you with other people. And so like if she's like hiding this relationship she has with a boy, then that's actually isolating her from the relationships that she already has, boys. And so boys, next time you go on a date with like a girl or a boy, you need to think, is this relationship that I have, is it isolating me from the other people in my life? And if it is, then y'all need to communicate this, bro, because you don't want this taking you away from your other relationships, boys. Bro, Sheldon's just having a good time on his computer playing a computer game, and then the computer gets a virus and all his files are deleted. And Sheldon's like, oh, it's the end of the world. And he has a panic attack in front of his dad and all his friends. And Billy's there. And Billy's like, bro, it's not that big of a deal. And Sheldon's like, you don't understand what it's like to have something taken away from you and have it never come back to you ever again. And bro, what Sheldon didn't understand is that Billy actually did know what it was like because of his dad. His dad left him without even a goodbye, brah. And Billy is just all Billy has is his mama. He doesn't got no dad. He doesn't got none of that support. And so what Sheldon didn't understand, bro, is that what Billy understood. And so, boys, what can we learn from this? We can learn that our problems are not special, boys. Sheldon thought that his problems were so special and that no one understood. But that man Billy was going through something that was just as bad, if not even worse, boys. And so we need to overcome our narcissism, and we need to overcome our self-centeredness and understand that other people are going through the same thing that we are, and we can go through it together and share the journey and overcome it together, boys. And so, boys, the moral of this video is to share your struggles with the people that want to help you, boys. And that's all I got for this video. Goodbye.